Hey guys, can y'all hear me out there? This is Script Goshen. Y'all give me a yes in the chat. Awesome. Thank you, Don. Awesome. How's everybody doing this morning? Of course, it is Wednesday, January 31st. It is 11 a.m. On the East Coast if you're in the United States. So I appreciate you guys taking time this morning to join our first ever live stream. Part of what I like to do with this live stream, as I echoed in the video yesterday, is to give you guys a platform to more directly interact with me with some of the questions that I've been inundated with via the Telegram. So if you have any questions relative to anything regarding crypto, make sure you put those questions down in the chat below. In addition to that, I also want to make sure that you guys have real-time visibility with me with respect to some of the investments that I am going to be making this bull market here in 2024. So we're going to be talking about some of the things that I'm actually focused in on relative to my investments. But I appreciate y'all joining us right now. It looks like we have about 9 people, which is awesome for the first chat. Thank you, Don, for joining us. Berlin, thank you. Princess T, thank you for joining. Paul, thank you, sir, for joining. Cool Buddy, thank you. Lad, thank you for joining us. With that being said, let me go ahead and look at the first question in the chat, and then we'll pivot over to, again, some of the things that I'm going to be investing in 2024 that I think is going to pay some huge dividends. And of course, everything that I'll be talking about in this particular live stream is not financial advice. You guys will need to do your own due diligence. I'm just sharing with you, I should say, my story relative to crypto investing. But certainly, I think we are in the process of seeing the most bullish crypto market that we've ever seen. You guys know that I got into crypto back in May 2017. Like most of the newbies back then, I had no idea what I was getting into. I actually had concerns about whether or not this industry was legit. Typically, when people don't know about things, we call it a scam. And to be fair, there are a lot of scamish things that take place in this industry, but it happens in all industry. But as I started to educate myself relative to crypto, and I did that mainly through watching YouTube videos, reading a lot of articles, if you will, online about crypto, I decided to test the waters and make my first investment back in late May 2017. And I got in at a good time because the market at the time was in a bear market, similar to the market that we just came out of or in the process of coming out of. And at the end of 2017, the thing exploded. I mean, it just went mega, y'all. And so I made my first $100,000 in crypto back in 2017, and it has been really good since then. So I'm actually now doing crypto full time. I had a really, really good job, a great job, I should say. Left that at the end of 2022. So I have been doing crypto full time along with some other things since January 2023. All right, so that is enough about Crypto Goshen. Let me look at the chat and see if I can answer some questions here. So it looks like Paul posed the question: as someone deeply involved in the crypto space, what advice would you give to newcomers who are interested in learning more about blockchain technology and its potential application? That's a really good question, Paul. I would tell you this: no one, because I have people asking me all the time, can you teach me crypto? My short answer is no, I cannot teach you crypto. You have to actually teach yourself. But the caveat is this: the internet has made the world flat in a lot of ways. So I tell people, anything that you want to learn, you can learn it if you want to learn it, right? And the resources that we have available on the internet via YouTube and all these other platforms is amazing. And so I'm going to suggest that you do what I did. If you're new to crypto, you're going to have to self-educate. Again, I read a lot of books about crypto. One of the first person that actually got me exposed to crypto is a financial author. You guys may have heard of him, Robert Kiyosaki. He is the author that wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And what I did in the midst of learning about what he was doing and signing up for his e-newsletter, I started getting information via email, via his newsletter relative to crypto and Bitcoin, back during the day. Actually, it started like in 2013, and I ignored it, guys, for like 4 years. Again, I didn't get into crypto until 2017 because I'm thinking, how can you create money out of nothing? And that's precisely what Satoshi did back in 2008, 2009 when Bitcoin was created. But long story short, I read a lot, I watched a lot of videos, and then at some point, you're going to have to test the waters. So I opened up my first centralized exchange crypto account with Coinbase. I'm in the United States. Coinbase is the largest centralized exchange in the US. And so I went in and I invested $100. And at the time, obviously Bitcoin was huge. Bought some Litecoin and a little Ethereum. And then over time, I bought a lot of Litecoin that eventually went really high in price. But crypto is all about anything else. If you're wanting to learn more, you got to get out there and find it. The information is out there 24/7 for us to consume. So that's the best way, I would say. Sign up for a YouTube account. Make sure you're following reputable people on YouTube that have information about the crypto industry. I'll actually make it a note now. I'll leave a list of those and put it out on my Telegram relative to various channels that I follow on YouTube. In addition to that, I ended up also setting up my first Twitter account back late 2017. And I only set that Twitter account up because I got wind that there are a lot of folks that are posting things on Twitter. And so once I got wind of that, set up an account and I started following a lot of crypto OGs, if you will, on Twitter. And I'll also leave a link in my Telegram relative to those who I'm following on Twitter. Because you won't know everything, you can't learn everything. So I tell people, don't get caught up in the paralysis of analysis. Don't overanalyze it. At some point, the way I learn is by doing. So at some point, you got to put some skin in the game, and you want to start making your initial investment. So I hope I answered that question for you, Paul. Let's see, another question, Berlin. Interesting. My question is a bit personal. What about your age and how long are you? How long are you here on the crypto space? And it seems like you're religious. Do you pray often? Let me answer the last question first. I don't consider myself to be religious because religious people can be something else. I am a professed Christian. I am a follower of Jesus Christ. He is my Lord and Savior. I firmly believe that without him, I am a total failure. So I don't consider that to be religious. I believe in Jesus Christ. I want to make that clear. I've sort of intimated and actually talked about that and not in great length, but I've actually echoed that in various videos I put out. So I don't really embrace religious people in the worst sense of the word. Jesus also had an issue with religious people because they're into rituals and they have the facade that they're doing the right thing, but their deeds are inconsistent with the word of God. So in that respect, I'm not religious, but yeah, I am a Christian. I have been in the crypto space again since 2017. You asked for, let's see, your age. Let's say I'm a well-seasoned soul. How about that? I'll just leave that there, well-seasoned soul. Hope I answered your question there, Berlin. Let's see, just going down the chat. There's a lot of questions you guys have. Okay, my question, Crypto Man, my question is about your long-term marketing plan. How or through, or through which big partnership do you plan on utilizing to pass your product on to normal, especially non-crypto people? I don't know whether or not there was a question. That the chat is moving really fast. I don't know whether or not you had a question before that. But when you talk about Crypto Man, my long-term marketing plan, give me a little more information regarding that. Just trying to see, were you referencing a particular crypto I'm invested in? Just scrolling up the chat. No, don't see anything there. Let's see, how can we? Okay, yeah, if you can give me a little more information, Crypto Man, relative to your question, I'll try to get that answered for you as well. Let's see. What is your plan for global expansion? Yeah, don't know anything about that. Let's see, what is the system? Are you a local project? Let's see. Ricky, URECI. I once won your giveaway good for you. As you guys know, we're a big fan of giving back to the community. We believe big time that there's a huge blessing in giving. So thank you for being part of the channel. Let's see. I once won your giveaway, and you know me on Twitter already. We've been connected. My question is, what's your reaction, giveaway hunter, on giveaway hunter, and do you allow others to hunt money if they can and they need? Yeah, don't know anything about giveaway hunter, so I'll make a note and check into that, but don't know anything about that. But here's the way I like to operate. Certainly, when we're giving away money on the channel, ideally for me, I like to make sure that those dollars land into the hands of people that really need it. And obviously, I can't control that because I don't know your financial position or disposition, if you will. But my desire and prayer is that the money we're giving away, that those dollars will be a blessing to somebody. So let's say if it ends up, somebody ends up winning that is already loaded, they're already financially set. Then my desire would be that you pay it forward and bless somebody else in your circle of influence. Again, we're all about trying to bless the community. Again, we are a massive believer that there is a blessing in giving. And so that is my desire relative to the giveaways. And I have obviously got a lot of chats and Telegram posts from you guys with suggestions and comments and recommendations relative to how I should conduct the giveaway. I continue to look to refine that process to make it as seamless as possible, and also want to try to mitigate and minimize giving money to people who are, I'm not going to say they're scammers, because I know, anytime money is at play, folks are going to get pretty creative in ways and come up with ways and trying to get those dollars, if you will. So I'm trying to reduce that as much as possible. But if it lands in their hand, my prayer is that they do something with it, or my prayer is that the dollars and cents would be a blessing to them. So that's the way we're sort of doing giveaways. Certainly, if you guys have any ideas that you think that I can implement, that would be a lot more efficient, that could refine the process, go ahead and send me a post in Telegram, and I'll look at that, and then we'll see what we do there. Let's see. Princess T. I remember Princess T. I think she also won in the giveaway, or should I say, can you include airdrops as part of your passive income procedure for us? Yeah, I will do that. It's interesting you invoke airdrops, Princess T. So you guys are going to find out that there's a multitude of ways for you to make money in crypto, in addition to just buying crypto and hoping and praying that it goes up, right? I have been blessed to be on the receiving end of a lot of airdrops over the last 5 years. My first airdrop, and this is interesting, and this goes to show you that crypto is indeed the wild, wild west. And those who are in the know, or those who are actively pursuing ways to make money in crypto, you're going to end up stumbling on opportunities that you were unaware of. Case in point, in 2018, I was so focused when I started in crypto by just buying tokens on the centralized exchange that I had no desire or unction at all to do anything on any of the decentralized exchanges back then. The largest one is Uniswap, as you guys know, and then certainly there are several others. You got Trader Joe, you have PancakeSwap, and some others. But anyway, I decided, because of the fact that I was looking to increase the income or my profits relative to crypto back in 2018, I decided to learn how to swap crypto on Uniswap. Again, didn't want to do it because I like to be able to go on Coinbase and you tether your bank account or your credit card or your debit card to Coinbase or Binance and some of these centralized exchanges, and they make it really easy for us to buy crypto. But what I decided to do was go ahead and set me up a MetaMask account, which you'll need to interact with these decentralized exchanges, and I made my first transaction in Uniswap. Unbeknownst to me, I had no idea that Uniswap was going to be doing an airdrop for anybody that interacted with that platform at the time. Didn't matter whether or not you had one transaction with them or 1,000. Everybody got the same amount of what they call uni tokens that they did the airdrop with. And so I saw somebody post on Twitter back then that Uniswap was going to be doing an airdrop to anybody that had ever interacted with their platform. And at the time, I didn't really understand what that mean. I was thinking, does that mean somebody like me that's only done like 2 transactions with them would be on the receiving end of an airdrop. And guess what? I was. Long story short, they dropped tokens. I held those tokens long enough where the value got up to about $14,000, guys. It's free money. And I'm thinking, what in the world? So here's somebody that was new to the decentralized world of crypto, although I had been doing some transaction on the centralized side. But because of the fact that I decided to expand my knowledge base in crypto, which you guys are going to want to do as you get yourself more and more acclimated to the industry, and then I was able to get that airdrop here recently, you guys, and I'm going to pull this up. Y'all let me know if you see my screen, by the way. Are y'all looking at my screen? Can I get a yes or no? What do you see on the screen? No, we can't see. Okay, give me just a second. And certainly, I'm trying to get myself acclimated to this YouTube live stream platform, and I hope to have this nailed before we do our next one. Give me just a second. Let's see if I can show the screen here. Okay, let me know if you're currently looking at my Twitter page, please. Okay, I think you guys are. All right, so let me tell you about another airdrop that just recently happened, and I'm going to open up another window here. So you guys have heard of Solana. Solana created a division of their company called Solana Mobile, and they came out with the first, what I call crypto smartphone about a year and a half ago. When they dropped that phone was roughly $1,000, I believe, at the time. I decided to wait. I was really intrigued with this because I thought it was pretty cool that a company was actually coming out with a crypto smartphone. And here's it's called the Saga. After they did not get much traction on the phones with respect to it selling a lot, they decided to reduce the price almost in half. So it went from 1,000 to roughly $599, $600. When they dropped the price of the Solana Saga, the first one they ended up rolling out, I ended up buying that phone. Now, again, I had no idea about any airdrops or anything when I bought the phone, but I'm just speaking to the fact that it pays some time to be ahead of the game, ahead of the curve, if you will. So I bought the phone and literally had it in my possession about 4 or 5 months. And then at the end of last year, December, there was a company or a token by the name of Bonk. Just go to CoinGecko. Show you guys this. Bonk did an airdrop to anybody that actually had that token. Let's try that. Computer's a little slow here. Here we go, Bonk. And so let me scroll down here and just show you the price action of Bonk. So they did an airdrop, and at Bonk's, oh, look at this thing here. They did an airdrop around here. You see it's December 14th or so. That thing went up. Bottom line is the amount of Bonk that they dropped in everybody's Phantom wallet. A Phantom wallet is a wallet that's it's pretty much the main wallet that most people use on the Solana blockchain. But they dropped those tokens into the Phantom wallet. It's 10 million tokens. And the amount of that airdrop exceeded the purchase amount of the phone itself. Now, I ended up selling half. I still have a little Bonk and all. I'll probably buy some more as we get into the bull market. But that was another opportunity, again, where I got an airdrop for something, again, that was not on my radar, but I was at the right place at the right time. Again, timing is everything in crypto. I can't say that enough. That's why you want to be in a position as you start your crypto investment journey. Don't put a lot of money into one token at one time. You guys have heard me say on a consistent basis, based on those videos I put out, that you want to be in a position where your dollar cost averaging. Whatever your rhythm is, if you're an investor where you're going to invest once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, once every other month, whatever that is, do that on a consistent basis. There were some people, Bonk, the token itself actually came out, I think, December 2022. You can see what happened. I mean, this was, look at the price here versus here. And in a year alone, the token is up over 1,100%. It's an 11x. So hey, you invested $1,000, it'd be worth $11,000 roughly. So you want to be in a position once you get in, if you believe in a token and what the company is doing, even if it hasn't moved yet, particularly if we're in a bear market, you just want to consistently start buying that token as much as you can. All right, so let me do this before I go back to the Q&A chat. You guys recall yesterday that I posted this out on my Twitter page about crypto narratives. If you are new to crypto, you are going to find out that crypto typically trades based on what the narratives are for that particular bull market. There are several narratives right now relative to what crypto might do in 2024. But the leading one for me, actually, I have two, is the Solana and its ecosystem. The Solana token has been amazing. So if I were to go back here and show you guys Solana about a year ago, you and I could have bought Solana for $10. Now it's $100. So that's a 10x. Let's go back and zoom out here. I'll do max. Just to show you how things move. So this is max. So obviously we had the big bull run in 2021. Then we go bearish for a couple of years, and we are beginning to turn bullish again. So let's go to, let's see, 2020. Let's go back here. Yeah, look at that. December 31st, 2022. It's right at $10. A little over a year ago. Now it's $101. That's a 10x. I also believe that Solana still has another 10x in it. Again, not financial advice. This is what I believe. So this is still a good opportunity. Solana obviously is a competitor of Ethereum. It is the 5th largest crypto, I believe, by market cap. Let me confirm that. Yep, number 5. They have a market cap roughly of $44 billion. You see Ethereum here is at roughly $80 billion. Obviously, as Bitcoin continues to go up, it's going to cause these other prices in crypto to go up as well. So I think this thing still has another 10x potential. If it 10x's from the current market cap, that 44 billion obviously becomes $440 billion. And we assume if that were to happen, that Ethereum is going to go up probably 2 or 3x. Bitcoin could probably hit 2 or 3x. I think we'll do at least 100,000 between now and the end of the year in Bitcoin. So I think you'll see this a little over 2x, and so that's going to be what, $1.8 trillion in market cap or something like that. But anyway, going back to the narrative relative to what I'm watching this bull market, just want to have a conversation. So Solana and its ecosystem, I'm going to be making a nice investment, not only in getting more Solana tokens, but tokens that are tethered to its ecosystem, because that's been the talk of the town relative to crypto coming out of 2023, heading now into 2024, is what Solana is doing in the industry. Again, the phone was a good thing for them to have done, even though they produced that phone a year ago. Now that thing is a hot topic, and it's so hot, going back to their website, that they have actually rolled out a pre-order for a Saga 2 phone, and they call it Chapter 2. And this is crazy in the sense that they have actually taken in excess of about 45,000 pre-orders for a phone that will not be delivered, the Saga 2, until sometime Q1, Q2 of 2025. It's next year. And obviously, you guys probably would imagine that I have placed an order for this phone. I have. We'll see what happens. Again, I like to be sort of first if I can with these things. And again, so we'll see what happens. But I think you'll start seeing more and more airdrops that will be targeted to not only the current Saga phone, the phone that I have, and others. They only make 20,000 of those, but you'll hear more and more talk about airdrops being targeted for this Saga 2 as well. Going back to the post. So my primary narrative that I'm focused on in 2024, where I'm going to be making a substantial investment in is DPN. The DPN narrative is off the charts, you guys. And you'll see here that we have a lot of folks who have begun to write articles about DPN and what it could do for you as an investor. If you end up choosing the right DPN tokens, if you will. This is one that was put out by CoinDesk. CoinDesk is one of the largest crypto publishers out there. Talks about how AI and DPN will change Web3. As you have time, you may want to read this article. I'll post a link in the Telegram once we get done. You'll see here, this is a post I saw earlier today by this particular poster. DPN is the hottest 2024 narrative. I agree with that 1,000%. Talks about tokens potentially being able to 50 and 100x. There's no doubt, and there are more than 12, by the way. He listed 12 here. We'll look at some more in just a minute, but there's no doubt in my mind that you'll have several DPN tokens this year that'll do a 50x. You and I got to find the right ones. That's our challenge. So you'll see here they list some. Kudos, Dymo, which we'll talk about a little more. Flux has been around a while. They are beginning to move, but these are a handful of DPN tokens that he outlines here. And then you'll see here that you get a better view and visual of some other tokens that are what they call DPN related. So DPN is huge for me. And what I'm going to do, and it's sort of tough. I've been building this list, guys. Let me show you. So I've been building this list here of cryptocurrencies that I'm looking to invest in this year. And it's not an exhaustive list, but you can see it's a lot of tokens on the list. Obviously, I don't have unlimited resources yet. That's where you have to think. You have to believe that you are destined to get unlimited resources. But anyway, I've been just listing some of these tokens that have caught my attention. And what I'll end up doing, probably have well over 40 tokens here. Going to narrow this down to maybe 10 to 15. As you can see here, I got some already labeled DPN and AI. NOS, I've already made an initial investment in NOS. HNT is Helium. I have some Helium. My favorite token in the Helium ecosystem is mobile. It's the mobile token, guys. And I have a ton of mobile tokens right now. Recently added another DPN token to that list, Natex. We'll talk about that. Some may say Natix. We'll talk about that and what they do in just a minute. But what I would encourage you guys to do, and obviously this depends upon what kind of resources you have. If you're new to crypto, don't try to buy everything. You're going to over-dilute yourself. You want to focus and hone in on no more than 5 tokens. But my recommendation would be that you may try to keep that limited to 3, right? Because if you get the right one in that mix, and if that token moves, which we expect that a lot of tokens will in this bull market, you'll position yourself where you make a ton of money. So don't try to go out there and buy everything. And it depends upon your financial resources. If you have a lot of resources, yeah, maybe you get it up to 10 to 15. But if you don't, 1 to 3 initially, dollar cost average into those 1 to 3 tokens. And let me tell you what I'm doing to make my determination as to what tokens I'll be investing in. I like to look at the market cap of tokens. So if you got a token like, Helium right now, let's look at Helium. Helium right now. Let's pull them up here. And you guys see, I love CoinGecko. I do a lot of my research here on market value, looking at the history of the performance of the token. So Helium is HNT. And so we're going to scroll down here. We're going to zoom this out for the last year. So Helium has already had a nice run over the last 2 months. You'll see that. So we could have gotten this at $1.74 back in August last year. And you see right now it's at $7.74. I firmly believe that Helium, with all it's doing on the DPN side, in addition to these IoT devices that they have out there, you guys know I've made several videos about their 5G wireless network that they rolled out in the US back on December 5th nationwide. And then they just consummated a deal with the largest telco provider in Mexico to sell their mobile hotspots to. So with that being said, I really believe that Helium will do a minimum of a 10x this bull market. So that gets the price close to $80, but it could easily do a 20x. And so you look at the market cap is a little over $1 billion right now. If you are new to crypto, if you don't have a lot of resources, I'm going to suggest and encourage you to maybe invest in cryptocurrencies that have market caps uh, between 10 and $100 million. And there are some that's part of the DPN sector that we'll talk about in just a minute. The reason being, in order for Helium to do a 10x, again, it has to go from 1 billion to 10 billion. But if you have a token that's fairly new on the scene that has like a 10 million market cap, well, in order for it to do a 10x, it goes from 10 million to 100 million, still far less than the billion market cap that Helium has. So that's the way I sort of look at it. And on that note, let me see here. There is, okay, DPN Scan. So this particular website is a resource site I use to just track the market caps or of DPN tokens, if you will. Let me refresh the page. So what I typically do, I'll look at this every other day just to look at market cap. So I'll go in and sort it by the market cap. So mine's already defaulted to the market cap. Here you'll see Solana is the biggest one at a whopping 44 billion market cap. And then these are other DPN tokens. There's Helium, 1.1 billion. You scroll down, there's the Helium 5G. This is the mobile token. And by the way, if you're watching this live stream in the United States, I'm going to encourage you guys again to consider moving your phone service over to Helium. Not only do you get the nationwide 5G coverage at $20 a month, they're paying you in this mobile token every day. And right now, and it depends upon the price, obviously, of the token, you'll probably end up making anywhere between $75 and $120 a month by getting these mobile tokens right now, which means you actually get your phone service free because you're only paying $20 a month. You can, within their mobile app, you can tell Helium Mobile to use your mobile tokens to pay your $20 a month phone bill, which is pretty amazing. So if you're not already part of Helium Mobile, again, this is specific to US residents, you should give them a second look. And they just started a promotion yesterday. I made a quick video on where if you end up signing up under somebody or with somebody, you're going to get a $30 credit, and that person is going to get a $30 credit. And then certainly once you get your account up and running, you can spread the word to your friends, families, and others, and you'll be getting an additional $30 for everybody that actually signs up using your referral code. So big fan of Helium Mobile. I think they have the most compelling use case for non-crypto users in the country. Everybody has a cell phone. Obviously, we're all trying to reduce our monthly expenses, if you will, and you can do that with Helium Mobile. I won't make this a commercial on Helium Mobile, but I just wanted to let you guys know I'm a massive fan of what they're doing. And I think this thing will easily do a 10x in this bull cycle. So I see them anywhere between $2 to $10 billion this bull cycle. Dymo is another one. We'll talk about them a little more later. I love what they're doing. They're at 100 million, guys. So if they do a 10x, which I think they will, that's $1 billion market cap. Helium IoT. I have some of this. My preference is the mobile token, and then the where is it? The mobile token and the main primary token here over IoT. Although the market cap is smaller, just don't see a lot of traction yet from Helium IoT. I mean that they won't start seeing a lot of traction down the road, but right now, not so much. Let's see some other ones here. So you'll see here, here's one, this GOD Net has a $10 million market cap. They are into sensors. And so obviously this has a huge potential of doing a 50x if they deliver on what they're looking to do. So certainly you want to drill down further relative to the company. You want to find out what they're doing, what they are trying to revolutionize relative to some of these legacy services that we're used to using here in the real world. And all they're trying to do, they're trying to take those services and they're trying to decentralize them such where now instead of the companies making all the money off the data and the information that we provide, that you get to make that money yourself. That's what Web3 is all about. So this is one that is on my radar here because of the fact that this market cap is so low. Let me pivot back and see if y'all have any other questions. One of my takeaways in doing this first live stream is the fact that I probably need to have a second monitor to look at questions, because as I'm showing you guys my screen here, I am not able to see those questions that y'all are posting. So let me stop sharing this and go back to the chat box here. I see I have a lot more questions that have come in. Let's see. Somebody suggesting that I give away on Twitter. Thank you, Delbert. I appreciate that. Hearing about DPN for the very first time. Yeah, DPN is going to be huge. Matter of fact, let me do one more thing before I go back to chat. So just to make sure you guys have the resources you need to go back and do your own due diligence regarding DPN. So here's another Twitter post. You may want to look at this as I was just showing. Follow this person on Twitter. He's a big DPN person. Could be a she could be a she. Let's see. DPN Hub is also a nice resource that lists a lot of DPN projects that are out there. And these are projects that actually have a use case. Number one, they're actually selling products that you and I can buy. So you'll see they have Helium listed here. I have the Helium hotspot. I'm using the Helium mobile service. Hive Mapper, I actually bought this device about 8 months ago. Right now, they have a backlog of this device. I think the backlog is about 3 months. But what they're looking to do, they're looking to compete with Google Maps. So they're building literally this massive decentralized mapping service, if you will. And again, they're competing with not only Google, but also Apple Maps as well. You can earn what they call their honey token by buying this device. Literally, you put this device, you tether this to your window dashboard on your car, and as you're driving around, it's actually taking video of the roads that you're driving on, and they're paying you back for providing that data with their honey token. And so, again, you can't get this device right now. You can place an order, but it's going to take 3 to 4 or 5 months to receive it, because it's in hot demand. So much so, matter of fact, let's do this. Let me pop over and pull up the honey token just to give you a visual as to what it has done the last, there it is, Hive Mapper Honey, the last 3 to 4 months. And so the token is only 18 cents, but if you zoom out here, this is, again, it goes back to, it sort of pays to be early. So look at this thing. It's right at, 1.3 cents, July of last year. So it's done like a 15x, which is like massive. And market cap is 114 million. I think this is easily a $1 billion market cap, because it's taken off big time. But anyway, if you cannot get the actual device and earn those tokens, you can actually just buy the token from one of the exchanges that's it's listed on. If you're in the United States, Coinbase just recently listed not only there it is there the honey token, they've also listed the Dymo token. We'll look at Dymo in just a minute. So if you're in the United States, obviously you can buy the honey token directly from your Coinbase account. Big fan of theirs. You can also buy it by swapping it on one of the decentralized exchanges like Radium, where you would swap like Solana. You can buy your Solana from like Coinbase or Binance if you're outside the United States, or KuCoin, and then you can send that over to your Phantom wallet and then swap, obviously, the Solana for some honey token. That's what I would do if I could not buy it directly off a centralized exchange. So let's go back here. Another big DPN company, it's getting bigger, I should say, it's Dymo. I actually bought this device about 2 months ago, and it took them a month and a half to deliver it. Let me click on it. And so what they're basically doing, they are literally leveraging the data in these, what they call the smart cars. If you have a car that is probably that was built maybe 2015, no later than 2015. I'm looking at some other information here I have on the screen, but yeah, if you have a car that was built around 2015, a lot of those cars have these chips in them, as you guys know. And companies are able to leverage that data from those chips. And they do a multitude of things with that data that they're actually extracting from our cars, even when you take your car to have it repaired. Well, Dymo is looking to empower you now with that data, where they are actually able to take that data. I'm sure they're probably selling it to third parties, if you will, just like the situation right now with your mechanic, because when you take your car into your dealership to have it repaired, they plug it into their systems and they're extracting data, and no telling what we are giving them permission to do relative to our data, but they never compensate us for it. That's precisely what Dymo is doing. So you can actually get that device and you plug it into your car here, and it's taking track of all that data that is actually extracting from your chip, if you will, and then they are paying you back in their token that's called Dymo. And this thing, just like the Honey token for Hive Mapper, this one is also taken off. So let me type in Dymo here. You'll see the performance of the token the last 3 months or so. It's been pretty amazing. Look at there. Look at there. Isn't that amazing? So the current token price is right at 50 cents, and the market cap is a little lower than Hive Mapper. It's 100 million. This is going to easily, I believe, do a 10x in this bull market. So again, if you cannot get your hand on the device, you can find out where you can buy the token. And I believe, let's see, this one has, yeah, it has been. So this one has been listed on Coinbase. So if you're in the United States, you can actually now buy this one on Coinbase. This was a recent listing. And then if you are unable to buy it on Coinbase, you can certainly buy it through one of the decentralized exchanges. And it looks like QuickSwap is one that you can buy it on. This is on the Polygon network. So you'll need to have some Matic tokens to swap it for when you go into QuickSwap to buy Dymo. But anyway, again, this is another opportunity for us to be able to leverage some of these DPN projects by buying devices directly and then earning those tokens. Or if you can't get those devices directly, you can certainly go into one of the centralized or decentralized exchanges and purchase the token. And again, I would encourage you guys, if you're going to buy those tokens, just make sure you do it via dollar cost averaging. So this here is a schematic. I'll be posting this in the Telegram as well of DPN tokens and whether or not the market cap is at a certain level. So you'll see here, this shows several DPN tokens that have market caps in excess of $200 million. Render is one of my favorites. This is one that I have a bag of already. You see Helium again. Akash. There are a lot of folks who are really bullish on Akash, so something you may want to look at. I love Arweave. This is a decentralized file storage platform. Let's see. We own some Fetch AI. I've owned this in the past. I'll probably start building another bag of the Pocket token. So these particular tokens here, again, they have market caps in excess of $200 million. Also, there are some here between 100 and 200 million. The favorite ones for me on this list would be Honey, Dymo. I don't know anything about the other three, so I'll need to do some due diligence on those and all, but I'm certainly a big fan of these two, being that I have both devices and I'm currently earning both the Honey and Dymo tokens. Let's see, this is market cap between 50 million and 100 million. Kudos, I own. I'm looking at this particular one here, alll, if you will. Open source cross-chain networking feature, decentralized database applications. I'm looking at that one. Let's see any others on the list. Okay, now these are the ones that have a smaller market cap, 20 million to 50 million. So if you don't have a lot of resources, you may want to look at some of the ones here on the right side. Rowan Energy has been getting a lot of buzz over the last couple of months and all, something you may want to look at here, as well as EMC Protocol. And relative to these tokens that have market caps between 10 million and 20, I just bought some Nuco Cloud. Bought that via my Phantom wallet. It's on the Solana blockchain. Some obviously nice bag here. Also looking to potentially invest in Crest. I've begun to do some due diligence on Crest, something that is on my radar. And then last but not least, you got three here that are under 10 million. And this is a sweet spot. Again, if one of these end up going up exponentially, obviously you can make a ton of money. They could easily do a 50, 100x at this market cap. And so Navi is the one I'm looking at here. There's also one that is not listed on this schematic, and it's called Natix. Let's see, NATIX. Let's see if I can find them here. Yeah, there it is. So they're going to actually be coming out with their token, I think, on the end of the week. Could be even tomorrow, February 1st. So Natix is similar to HiveMapper. The big difference is HiveMapper, as you guys recall, required that you install their device on the windshield of your car to capture roads as they're building out the decentralized maps. Well, Natix allows you to use your smartphone as opposed to buying a device. So you're not having to invest $300-400 in a device. You can actually use your smartphone. You can obviously mount that on your dashboard, and it's capturing that information as you drive, and they're paying you back right now in their native token called Natix. I actually just started using this about a week ago. So far, so good. Don't know the value of the token yet because they'll be rolling that out at the end of the week. But this is one of these projects that's sort of brand new in the sense that they don't have a token yet. I anticipate with all the hype around DPN right now that they'll probably get a nice bounce once they come out with their token. And then if they're able to deliver the goods, just like HiveMapper has done, they could potentially see like $100 million market cap, just like HiveMapper. So this is one that I would put high on your list if you're looking to try to invest in DPN. And so if I could sum it up relative to my DPN focus right now, Helium all day long. And as part of that Helium ecosystem, Helium Mobile, big fan of Helium Mobile. I mentioned Dymo. I mentioned Honey. Natex, those are my top four in addition to Render. Render has been around a long time and they're just getting a lot of buzz lately relative to being one of the biggest ones that are DPM related and all. But so those are the ones that I'm focused on right now. My ultimate goal again is to identify 10 to 15 cryptocurrencies. They all will not be DPN tokens, but because of the fact that DPN is really hot, I'll probably have 3 to 5 DPN tokens. And then I'll continue to watch these other narratives as they play themselves out this bull market. Going back to my tweet on yesterday, AI is going to be big. RWAs, these are real world asset tokens, gamify, socialify, meme coins. As you guys know in some videos I've made previously, everybody should have at least one meme coin as part of their portfolio this year. And be on the lookout for new ones as they come out. Because one of my biggest investment is sort of fun. I spent like $197, bought some Shiba Inu. It's about 2.5 years ago, and that $197 turned into $44,000, which is crazy. But I was fortunate to have gotten in on that one really early, just watching some chats out on Telegram and some Twitter and some YouTube videos, and decided to make just a small investment. But it paid off big time. So there is an opportunity for you to make that type of investment where you're not investing a whole lot of money up front. But those are rare. Those are rare. With that being said, I am, relative to meme coin, big fan of Bonk, Peppy, Floki are my main ones. And there's another one we're looking at right now. I want to see here. I want to say it's Myro, M-Y-R-O. Where are you? Here. Yeah, so it's up 15% today. Yeah, this one here. I'm giving this a look. Going to be scrubbing their website and some social media sites relative to more information on this particular token here now. But this one has just recently caught my attention. So this is something that I'll be adding to my list I'm building here. So let's go back to the questions. Let me stop sharing. Okay, Wayne Hammond, I hope we're neighbors so I can come to your house and see crypto advice. Funny. You never know. Let me ask you guys a question. I'm giving consideration. I've gotten these questions through Telegram. I'm also thinking about maybe doing maybe a Thursday evening Zoom call where we get people on where I can verbally have you ask your questions and where we're responding in real time as opposed to me having to go through a chat and read. And also let me know if that's something that you might have some interest in. And if so, we're going to make that happen. Again, my commitment to you guys is to try to put you in a position to get all your crypto questions answered. Obviously, if you have any questions about anything that you're doing out there, need some assistance as we try to centralize this communication where we're using maybe a day a week or 2 days a week, where I can help you with that. That is what I'm looking to do. Let's see. Spammer post relevant questions. Oh yeah. RWAs is going to be huge. That's another narrative that's going to play out strongly, I think, in this bull market, Melody. So that is on my radar as well, which I just showed. What do you think about helium weather miner? It's interesting. Watched the video on that one yesterday. I think those miners are about $400. I'm looking at it. I've not made the commitment yet, but it is something that is on the radar there, Robbie. So the token is on Solana ecosystem. So the token, I don't know what token you're referencing there. Oh, the honey token. Let's confirm that before I give a definitive answer. I think it's on Solana, but it could also be on the Polygon. Solana has a lot of DPN tokens listed, but let me confirm that. Give me just a second. Honey. Okay. It is. And so notice here, once you pull up a token on CoinGecko, you can scroll down. It lets you know what blockchain it's on. So that's Solana. So yes, it's the answer to that question. And again, you'll see that Solana has a lot of DPN, not all of them, but a lot of DPN related projects are being listed on Solana because the fees are so cheap and de minimis. And then, the speed of the network is so much faster than a lot of other ones out there. Let's see. You can do the giveaway more simply. Okay, appreciate that advice. Benish. Hey, Benish, good to see you, my man. Don't know what's going on with your question being removed. See if you could try to post that again. Maybe try to rephrase that question. Because I think YouTube has restrictions on certain words that are included in live chat. So it could be that, but don't know for sure. So rephrase that. Thank you, Crypto Man. I appreciate you hanging out. Okay, I think I have looked at all the questions here. If I missed any, don't hold that against me. You can certainly send me a question via Telegram. But again, part of what I'm looking to do, I'm trying to make sure that I have a little more contact with you guys in real time where we can get questions answered on the fly as opposed to me doing a video once a week, if you will. And again, with the Telegram, I get inundated with a lot of questions coming that way. Try to answer most of those. But I know I've missed some. And so we're going to try to aggregate and centralize the Q&A in either YouTube, and again, given some consideration and using Zoom, where you guys can jump on the Zoom call one evening and once a week, and we can just have a conversation back and forth about anything that you have relative to crypto. With that being said, we're going to get ready to wind this down. You guys know that I stated yesterday that we're going to be giving away $25 in USDT. In order for you to qualify for the $25, you need to certainly be on this live stream. So what I'll do once we conclude this particular video, I'll go back and pull the list of those who actually attended this particular live stream. We'll identify the winners of the $25 USDT. I will post a list of those winners in my Telegram. So if you're not part of my Telegram, you may want to go ahead and join Telegram to see whether or not you have actually won $25 today. Let's see, anything else? Any closing questions before we close down this first live stream? We've been going almost an hour. It's 11:55. So any closing questions on you guys' part before we close her down? Hey, Pablo, I see you, man. Raul, hey, thank you. See you. Robbie again. Okay, I would attend, but Telegram can be used for live chat, just like that's correct. I've actually looked at that too as a consideration, using Telegram as a live chat. So something I may look further into. All right, guys, I appreciate your time again. Thank you for joining this first live Telegram. We are going to get better at doing this. Obviously, it's the first one. I need to try to perfect using their technology, which I will. But thank you for your time. Again, be on the lookout for the winners that I'll be posting out in the Telegram later today. You guys enjoy the rest of your day. And always remember that you and I are blessed to be a blessing. Y'all have a great one. And we will be talking to you soon. Bye-bye.